Hey, Norcal Karters. It is Monday, November 7th, and we had last week off due to Halloween. So I hope everyone had a good time hanging out with either friends or family and doing the trick-or-treating thing. But we're back. So again, tonight is November 7th, and we have Prairie City. So we're going to do a 2022 recap for Prairie City, and we have a whole panel of guests from Prairie City tonight. But let's do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. So races this weekend. Speaking of Prairie City, they're going to wrap up their 2022 season with their two-stroke weekend. That's coming up this weekend. So for more information on Prairie City Racing, go pckarting.com. And honestly, that's the last race I have on our calendar outside of the big Vegas races. We just had Rock Cup this past weekend, Super Nats is in 2 weeks. But that's all I have on my calendar for the rest of the year. So if you want more attention for your club, whether you're a board member or just a club member of a track, next year we have spots open for all the clubs. So if you're wondering why tracks like Prairie City, Sonoma, Challenge of the Americas, NCK Road Racing, why they got more attention than anybody else this year, they're a supporter of the show. So if you have a local club and you want to help give them more coverage, we have slots available for 2023. And every little bit helps. And if you can sponsor a club and they don't have to pay for the money out of their pocket, they could put more money into prizes or race events or making the tracks look nicer. So that's kind of my sales pitch for tonight. And with that being said, our 2022 partners, we have Guerrilla Barbecue is on board this year. Illuminos out of Sonoma, they're on board. ExtraCartParts.com's on board. Rock Sonoma, Prairie City Karting, Challenge Karting, and NCK Road Racing. So, those were our partners for this year. And Ashley always likes the promo codes. So I'll let her do those a little bit later as well. But we have Molecule Sports. If you go to their website, moleculesports.com, go to the shopping cart, use NorCal15 as your checkout code. You'll get an instant 15% off your order on moleculesports.com. And then Big Z Jerky. So I'll put a link up a little bit later on. BigZJerky.com. They also have an affiliate link with us. And it's Big Z Jerky discount NorCal Karters, and instantly you get a discount to your shopping cart. And speaking of Prairie City, Big Z's stocks the Prairie City track. And real quickly, I need to give a shout out to Alan Morte. He's been on our show before. Alan Morte. So I was given a hard time before Rock Vegas. I gave him a hard time. That guy stepped it up. He was running in the top 6 all week long down at Rock Vegas. So I have to give Alan a shout out. And if you're wondering why I'm giving him a shout out, his tuner is my good friend, Jason Flores, who is the owner of Big Z Jerky. So that's how it all ties in. And with that being said, let's bring up Ashley.
All right. Hey, NorCal. So let's talk about Rock Vegas. We have some shout outs from Rock Vegas. We're gonna shout out our NorCal drivers. We got the Speed Sense crew, Ron White Racing was down in Vegas. We had our friend Neil Joseph from GFC finishing fourth. We had everybody did pretty well. We had top tens. Hunter Pickett, Chase Hand, Christian Cameron, Kevin Woods. We had Steven Isart finishing third. Michael Mitchoff was down there. Preston Lambert just got back from Europe, went to Vegas, joined us down there. Also, I did want to give a shout out, Michael Walden. I forgot your stickers at Prairie City, but I will get you your stickers. I apologize. Again, as always, tag us for shout outs. At Norcal Karters, we are trying to give everybody that's tagging us some love. So if you want to get shouted out on the show, tag us. All right, let's get into our guests. Jason.
Sorry. Thank you, Ashley. So we'll get into our guests. We're going to go kind of around the horn. First up, he's been on our show before, and he is the owner of Prairie City Karting, pckarting.com. Donald Durbin, introduce yourself, say hello to everyone, and how the 2022 went and what we have in store for 2023.
How are you? Thank you for having me. My name is Donald Durbin, and I enjoy the task of operating Prairie City. We're having a great time, and I'm not sure exactly what you want me to say, but with that being said, this year was really great. We had, honestly, just good family atmosphere, good competition, good hard racing, and I look forward to taking all my notes on how we can be better for next year and applying that and building the calendar.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks for joining us tonight, Donald. And let's get to our other guests. We'll bring everyone back up. Let's see here. Next up, who's also been on our show before, we have Travis Mitchell.
Hey, yep, my name is Travis Mitchell. I originally from England, raced there for a long time, and now kind of race a lot in the NorCal karting scene. Prairie City, did last year's KPX series, well, this year's, which has come to an end. And yeah, one more race of the year, which is next weekend at Prairie City, and then got to think about next year and what we're doing then. So, yeah.
Very cool. And let's see here. Next up, let's bring up Colby Romero. You ready? Introduce yourself. How do you tie into Prairie City Karting?
So I'm Colby Romero. I'm part of Step Up Karting. I also work for Cambrian Go-Karts. Mainly at the moment, I race 206 and K100 Senior. Me and Travis have been having a championship battle all year, but it's going to come to an end at this next race, but looking forward to it. And been a quick year, so see how it goes.
So I like to stir the pot on the show. So if it's between you and Travis, last lap, last corner, there may or not be an opening. Are you taking it?
Probably.
Perfect. All right. So we'll come back to you here in a little bit. Since you mentioned Stepped Up Karting, let's bring up Tim. Tim,
hi.
Introduce yourself.
Thanks for having me. My name is Tim Hall, and I am the operations guy, kind of a team manager at Step Up Karting. I've been into karting, I guess, a couple years since I met that Donald Durbin guy. My son and I, Tyler Hall, my son. Before that, race-wise, I worked for my son. He used to race micros. He raced the QRC dirt cart. Before that, I raced in a minor little NASCAR truck series, all oval. We're real happy to be here. And we've had a great year with Donald. We're real proud of the show that he always runs. And first off, right off the bat, I want to thank him for everything that he has done for us and done for Prairie City.
Fantastic introduction. Thank you for joining us this evening. And let's see here. Oh, you know what? Sorry, on my screen, we got two more. We got a full panel tonight. I'll leave this guy for last, but we have Trenten Healie. Introduce yourself, tell everyone who you are, and then drop a plug for your YouTube channel.
My name's Trenten Healie. I've been racing this past year at the KPX series, which is newly renamed. And we had a great year at Prairie City for the 4-stroke series, and we were able to lock up the championship not this weekend, but this past weekend in junior, and we were able to run senior this weekend, and that went pretty well for us. But yeah, Donald's done a lot for NorCal in this region, and Prairie City karting is pretty great. And my Instagram is Trenten Healie Racing on Instagram, and Trenten Healie on Facebook, and my YouTube channel is Trenten Healie Racing also.
Dude, that's no fun. I was trying to set you up for Connor's bald spot.
I have to say somewhat anonymous.
All right, well, I just spoiled it. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. You've been on before, so you know the routine. And last but not least, this might be one of the most charismatic personalities. Is that the politically correct way of putting it? Out there at Prairie City, Seth Huntley. Is charismatic? Is that the right word?
You can call it that.
So give everyone an introduction. Who are you? What do you do? And why are you on the Prairie City show?
Well, how's it going, everyone? I'm Seth Huntley. I've been around Prairie City for a little over 10 years now. Just racing and driving, and I've been doing the last couple of years 125 and 80 shifter out at Prairie City. That's been fun. The last couple of years I've been working with Donald. I can't say enough about how much of a great experience it is out there, getting to see everyone, and I have a pretty sweet gig right now, working at a racetrack, and I can't thank everyone enough.
Well, thanks for joining us, and yeah, keep it clean tonight, Seth. This is a kid's show.
Okay.
And with that being said, we'll bring everybody up. Let's see here. Looks like Travis and Trenten, you guys are controlling your own mics. Did we lose Donald?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did lose Donald.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Ashley. Take it over. I'm going to try to get a hold of Donald.
Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about is your 2022 highlights at Prairie City. A lot of you guys, well, most of you, everybody pretty much was racing for the championship. So yeah, let's hear about it. Oh, we did have a disclaimer. Have the bleep button ready for Seth. All right. So here we go. Who wants to start? 2022 highlights at Prairie City.
I'll start. One of the highlights for myself personally, because this is our first full year. One of the highlights has been working with Colby Romero and Travis, not only during race weekends, but doing coaching. They both are coaches for us, and they're both just wonderful young men. They both work very hard, and the people that we coach, and we work with a lot of novices, but we also work with some experienced racers, and they all, to a person, just love these two guys. Colby does probably 75% of our coaching. Travis Lambert is Preston Lambert. Sorry, I knew I was going to make that mistake. Preston Lambert. We have one of our racers named Travis Lambert, and it's very confusing. But Preston is also one of our coaches. Jared Sims does some coaching with us now. Tyler Hall, he does some coaching for us. But these two guys they do the majority of it, and they're wonderful. So as far as the highlights of the year, we had a lot of kids on the podium. We have a lot of men on the podium for us this year. We took the championship in a lot of categories. That darn Trenten Healie right there, that guy, he's so tough. Derek DiMaggio gave him towards the end of the year everything that he would probably want. And they both raced very clean, and that's the best thing to see. Colby and Travis. Travis came out on top. Next week, I'm not sure about that in KA, but Travis came out on top of Colby in 206 senior. Again, Colby gave him everything that he would want, and if I could just get those two guys to work together, it would have been the best thing ever. But they're too competitive. It's just the way it is. My son Tyler Hall has taken the master's class. In that class also is Jason Maples, who we see big things for Jason. Jason's going to senior next year, and we're proud to have him under our tent. Jared Sims Jared finished 5th. He's going to be in masters moving forward. Charlie Butoff, he's one of our novice guys, and he is out there just plugging away. We're proud of Charlie. Sophia Curtis in Junior 2, again, so proud of her. That there is no give up in that young lady. She tries, and she's doing much better. In Junior 1 pilot, Luca Vitarelli took the championship. He's one of our guys. And Floyd Frisbee. Floyd, I believe, took 4th. Again, one of our guys. We're so proud of those two guys. They worked hard to get that championship and the place where Floyd finished. Let's see. In Grandmasters, Paul Brewer's going to finish 2nd. Bruce had a tough Sunday. The owner of Step Up Karting, Bruce Watkins, he had a tough Sunday. He was going for 3rd place, had a real shot at it, got crashed out on the first lap. So he finished 4th in the points. Paul Brewer's going to finish 2nd. Shout out to Tom Egan, clean, great racer, good guy. He's going to take the championship there. So that's pretty much, from the highlights of my year. But I think they're kind of all overshadowed with working with young guys, young people, young ladies, to get them the passion for the sport, to get them to want to move forward and to love karting, because that's kind of what we got into this for, was to help promote the sport. That's probably the number one thing. So, and again, last shout out, Bruce and Kasha Watkins, the sweetest people on earth, the most giving people on earth, love them to death. So that's forgot somebody. Jamison Gwinnett. Jamison Gwinnett will podium next year. That's my prediction in Junior 2. That kid runs hard, and you'll see him on the podium next year. So.
All right, Trenten, tell us what were your 2022 highlights?
Probably my main highlight was going through the whole 2022 4-stroke season in junior. Every time we showed up to the track, we were able to get it done, and every time we were at the track, we were able to win, and that's a huge blessing. I can't thank my dad enough for working on my go-kart and keeping everything going so we have no mechanical issues or anything like that, and Tom Egan for our really good power throughout the whole year. and he's been a huge help to our program this past year. And I just want to give a huge thanks to Tom and my dad and my mom in the background for helping with Donald with his registration and everything that she does for on the more money side of things of keeping our racing program running smoothly and keeping everything in line. And that was probably the main highlight. And pretty close to that was this past weekend running in senior, able to give Travis and Colby run for their money in senior this past weekend.
That's awesome. All right, next up we'll bring up Seth. Seth, what was your 2022 highlight?
I think we'll start the year off with the first two-stroke race. We ran our Honda against some of the rocks, and I was able to hang with some of the rock guys, which was pretty cool, with an old worn-out Honda and just, having fun. The shifter class I'm really happy with at Prairie City lately. And I think my biggest highlight for the year, though, is probably, getting to battle with Ron White a couple races ago. On that was pretty cool for me. And I think we all overall had a pretty good year. I want to thank my dad for keeping everything together, everything running smoothly, and it's been fun this year, and I'm really happy that everything kind of went good.
What? Okay, so now everybody's chiming in. Seth versus Ron White. We want a rematch. What? My boy Ron White getting called out on the show.
So Seth, when did you start running Masters?
I'm gonna pipe down here, man. I'm not gonna say anything. I have the greatest amount of respect for Ron White. I mean, just what he's done as a driver is incredible, and the fact that I was able to, run with him, which was that was one of the coolest things for me, because I've always kind of looked up to him as being one of those, super good guys, and I was happy that we could, be there with him. That was fun.
Well, in a shifter is Ron White in a shifter. I mean, he's just honestly, we can say it now. I mean, for decades. He's been one of the guys to beat,
100%.
Nationally, internationally. I mean, he's a badass.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and he's the nicest guy in the world too. That's the best part.
Okay, so tell us Wesley Boswell and Eddie Shimon are together without telling us Wesley Boswell and Eddie Shimon are together.
Man.
Okay, we got Seth. Ron cheated. Okay, now we got Ron cheated.
Oh, I'm going to have to call Wes after this. This isn't going to be good. He's just mad because I didn't watch the last one with him in it. So.
Oh, my goodness. All right. That was awesome. We want round 2. Ron. Oh, he explains it. Ron White.
Oh, no. Wes, calm down, dude.
Ron White changed the engine, put his foot on the flat table, and changed the axle.
Oh, my God.
Seth, your buddies aren't helping you, babe.
Yeah, I know. This is not good. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. That was pretty good. Okay, so let's talk about, since this is a Prairie City show, let's talk about your favorite track layout at Prairie City. And then maybe some things you learned this year. So, track layout at Prairie City or some things you learned this year. Here we go.
I'll start again. Since I don't drive, I have to go by what my son says. and he likes anything that's reversed, or at least he did until last weekend when this guy named Josh came along and beat him. One of the 2 times he's been beaten all season in Masters. So I don't know if he still feels that way, but he used to say anything reverse. I love it in reverse. So there you go.
Is that our one and only Josh?
Yeah, that's the one and only Josh.
That's our Josh?
The future director of the new series, or race director.
Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we have a little bit of a leak right here. Formula Y is going to be fun.
All right, so Donald or Seth, who wants to? Seth should talk. Donald, why don't you talk about Formula Y? Do we lose Donald? Yeah, are you still there, Donald?
You got me?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, why don't we talk about Formula Y?
All right.
2020.
Formula Y is going to be great. So what it is, to be honest with you, our 2-stroke weekends are amazing. We have a lot of fun, great people. And I was looking for a class that we could add to it, not take away from anything, but similar thought process to, we all have these laying around, what can we do? But the bottom line is it boils from this. I loved that class when I raced it. It's a KT100 Yamaha, which garage. If you don't, we can help you get one, no problem. But it's direct drive. It's got a spec pipe, spec airbox. And Seth put one together the other day. We went out and tested it. It's going to be a blast. I don't know what else to say, honestly, because I'm just reliving it. But it was my favorite class. The first day I turned into a senior, if you will, at 16 years old, we ran that category. I won the race, honestly, and it was very memorable. But I was hoping and looking for something that we could kind of revive, bring back, cost effective, sure, accessible, absolutely, but also unique. And there's going to be a lot of, there's a lot of engines out there we could utilize, and we are, and whether they're key in our certain area or not is nobody's fault. I just wanted to introduce this for fun at our local race, at our 2-stroke weekends, and I think it's going to be a hit for sure.
I'm excited. Seth, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I would love it if everyone would put one together. I mean, it's so much fun to drive. That was my first direct drive experience last week, was driving it, and it's just the power comes on. Yeah, I forget what RPM exactly, but it's like it's nothing, and then it's all there. It's just I can't express how much fun it is to drive, and I'm super excited about it.
What tires are you thinking about putting the karts on?
Oh, I think we lost.
I think you lost Donald again.
I think we were talking about Iveco blues the other day.
Okay.
So I think the 7-inch blues, the same as we run Tagmaster on out there.
Oh wait, the blue. I'm getting them confused. Blue is softer than the red, right?
No, other way around.
I'm getting MGs and Ivencos confused.
Yeah, the harder compound Iveco blue, 7-inch rear tires, the bigger of the two. So
now, do they have to be split aluminum rims in order to qualify?
That would be cool. I mean, I tried to me and my dad talked about this, and I was like, Dad, we're doing this class. It's called Formula Y. It's a direct drive Yamaha. And he's like, well, we need to do it on a period correct go-kart. So I went out and found a 2004 Emic Patriot. This thing is gorgeous. So that's my Formula Y kart, and it actually handles really, really well.
What year is the cart?
It's an 04, I believe. I had Ron Emic. What's that?
What year were you born?
Oh, it's older than me by a year. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. I had Ron and Vince out there the other day when I was driving it, and we spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out if it was a Venom, a Patriot, Intimidator. I mean, we ran like 6 or 8 Emics bounced them off each other's heads, and we couldn't figure it out. So, and then we determined that it's PA, not RA on the stamping. So it's a Patriot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to kind of keep an eye on as far as what the interest is. And that was a fun class. I never raced it. I only practiced in it. But yeah, it was a very interesting engine package to try to figure out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm super excited, and this is the first time I've ever really had to mess with needles on a carburetor. So normally in the shifter, it's just you throw a jet in it and it's good or not good. So it's helping me. I think it's helping me as a driver too, trying to figure that out. So
very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It reminds me of Thanksgiving. I don't know why. Because I think for me, we always went to like a money race or like a turkey race or something. And it was always Yamahas. So it's turkeys and Yamahas in our house around here. All right, here. I forgot what the question originally was.
Favorite layout.
Comments.
Favorite layout of the track.
Favorite layout. Yes.
Oh, mine?
He doesn't really smashes the curbs anyway.
I haven't really actually thought about that. I really like the new one that we're running. It's Grand Prix with the fully open straightaway. So we're doing a little over 80 miles an hour at a 125 shifter there. That's pretty fun. I'd say that's probably my favorite as of right now.
It's my favorite too.
Yeah, I don't think we've named it yet though. We'll leave that to Colby. We'll let Colby name it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Or we can let Wes name it. That's even better. Wes and Eddie.
Wes and Eddie. All right. So his dad likes the new layout without the jump.
That's Shad. That would be Seth's dad.
Yeah. Well,
driving ambition.
Yeah. He likes it because, it doesn't tear through go-karts, I guess. So, I mean, I'm sure most of everyone's seen a picture of me 4 wheels off the ground there. That's usually the best line through there. So,
all
chassis
right.
suppliers like it.
While we're trying to wait for Donald, did everybody? No, Trenten, you didn't.
We didn't get from Trenten or Colby, I don't think.
Trenten, your favorite track layout at Prairie City?
This past weekend, running the normal GP layout with the chute coming onto the straightaway instead of, like Seth said, the jumps coming onto the straightaway. That seemed to be really fun. It was fun to carry. It's all about momentum from the bottom of the hill. That's where your straightaway starts to the end of the straightaway. So it added a little bit of technicality to the track, of having to get the bottom of the hill down perfectly and get your line really nice and smooth and carry as much speed as you can and just get a really good run coming onto the straightaway. But that was pretty fun, but I still like Prairie City GP because I like hitting curbs. Hitting curbs is pretty fun.
I can attest to that.
All right. Colby, did you answer your favorite track layout?
I think I'm going to have to follow Trenten here, except I prefer the full perimeter where you drop directly into the snake pit with the chute onto the straight, because it still gives you that mix of hitting curbs and running over dirt while still getting the draft onto the straightaway and hitting 80 in a shifter or so. So I think it's the perfect mix right there of curbs and kind of like a Sonoma straight and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
All right. So going through the comments. Set up a GoFundMe for Donald Reliable.
So for now we lost him. He's going to try to get back in.
Okay.
But he's having some weather issues up at his place.
All right. The new layout is very fun. Great for passing. I think Donald called it the Super Grand Prix. Oh, we will see.
That is the fun thing about Prairie City. How there's a lot of different configurations. I'm not good at any of them, so I don't have a favorite. But it's always fun just going there just to go pound some laps, and he'll change the layout before each club race and trying to figure it. It's like, all right, it's one of those tracks. Even when I raced a lot, I didn't go to Prairie City a lot, so I don't have a lot of laps, but it's fun, like all the layouts. We got everybody. We got Trenton. We got Colby. We got Travis. We got Travis, right?
Yeah. The new layout. It's my favorite.
Yeah. All right. So while we're waiting,
let's jump into let's address the whole KPX / NorCal Sprint Kart series for 2023. So we're not doing this because Donald's off air. It's come up a few times already throughout the show, and Donald wanted to pretty much make it clear that there is going to be a new series in town next year, but it's going to be in lieu of KPX. So it's not a takeover or anything else. It's going to have a different name. Is not going to run in competition with KPX. It sounds like the KPX guys might be taking a break. So it's going to be in lieu of KPX. It's going to be called NorCal Sprint Kart Series. So Donald will have more information on that as they get out into 2023. But I know there was a lot of reference on here earlier to KPX, but I mean, Ashley and we probably still call stuff IKF. I was joking with Donald off air. It's like, oh yeah, Region 11 is back, and I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Looks like Tim has a visitor there.
Yeah, a lot of people know Riley.
All right. Yes. So it will be called NorCal SKS, NorCal Sprint Kart Series. When Donald comes back, hopefully we can hear some more about it. Again, it's not a takeover of KPX. It's in lieu of KPX. And hopefully when Donald gets back on, we can talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so let's go through what is everyone's plans for next season. Because we had a comment here, we need to see some Prairie City boys in Sonoma from our Sonoma boys here. But let's talk about your guys' plans for next year. We're gonna keep trying to get Donald back. We can start with Trenton. Oh,
that's not Trenton.
That's
there's Trenton.
All right.
I've been told that we look alike. Seth looks like an older version of me, but
yikes.
Next year we plan on doing the NorCal SKS, which should be really fun. I haven't been to Medford in a while. Last time was in 2018, it was pretty fun then, and hopefully it's going to be really fun next year. And so we plan on doing that. We plan on hitting IKF, which has been said to happen in Texas next year. That'd be really cool.
Do you know
We're
which
gonna
track?
try Speed Sports.
Speed Sport. That's Houston, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're gonna try and hit up Indiana for the CK Negra Nationals, and if we'll obviously do the whole Prairie City series for 4-stroke in senior next year, and we'll see if we can hit up the Super Showdown in Arizona around this time next year, and yeah.
All right. Thanks, Trenton. All right. Next, we'll do Travis, and then I will go into the comments. Go ahead, Travis.
So I got to kind of take a look at all the different series that are going on. And I mean, there's a new series kind of with this Northern California Sprint Car series. But yeah, just got to take a look at the different series and what I want to do. And probably going to be looking into the Rock 125 package to kind of give Seth some competition. And Sonoma would be super fun doing some Sonoma races. And yeah, just got to figure all the most fun and best series and competition and kind of go from there. But the 125 is probably the most likely option as far as engine package. And then we'll see, if we can do some 4-stroke racing at some point. That would be fun, because they're always fun when there's a lot of drivers. And I mean, even last weekend when it was just a few, me, Trenton, Colby, Bryce, we had a really good race. And me and Colby had a lot of fun in the 4-strokes this year. So
Yeah.
We'll see. Got to kind of figure it out.
So Travis, I missed that. I was looking up some Medford info real quick. Did you say Rock Shifter?
Yeah, the 125.
Nice. Banging
Yep.
gears.
All right, we're gonna move on to Seth.
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I haven't really looked at it that much. I mean, we'll kind of do whatever the budget allows, but probably mostly that Prairie City Club and maybe that new NorCal Sprint Kart series. We'll just need to see what schedules allow, and I don't know. I haven't really thought about it much, but probably mostly just Prairie City Club. And we'd like to do maybe some Sonoma stuff if we can get on a little bit newer chassis for next year, because I'm on a 6-year-old Sodi kart, and we probably should get on a little bit newer Sodi, because that thing is, showing its age. So if we can do that, then we'd like to go do some Sonoma stuff and maybe rock the Rio next year, because I haven't done any of the Vegas stuff ever. So that would be really cool.
All right, glad to hear it. All right, Colby, what are your plans for next season?
We'll probably be focusing more on KA, more over 206. I think I'm still going to do it for the SKS series. Try to hit some more Sonoma races, especially watch how a couple of my friends like Aiden Go and Floyd, how they're going to keep rising up the ranks. They're both moving up. Well, Floyd's staying in Junior 1. Luca's moving up to Junior 2. Aiden's going to be doing a full season in Junior 1. They got some real talent down there. So, I'm excited to see how they do next year. I'm going to try helping them out as much as I can, wrench for them a little bit. But for my racing, it's mainly going to be KA and a little bit of 206, but just staying local pretty much for now.
All right, excellent. Trenton, I can't remember. Did you say you're moving up next year, or have I not asked you yet?
I actually moved up last weekend when I ran Senior 206 for the last race of the Prairie City 4-stroke series. But yes, we will be in Senior for all of next year until I'm of age of needing to move up to Masters.
That would be 31
Well.
overweight. You're cheating. Josh.
Do that, Trenton, or start eating a whole bunch to get that 200-pound mark. That'll get you in Masters.
All right. So going back, we had a question from David Welch. What is the track in Medford called? Southern Oregon
Karters.
Southern Oregon Karters.
Yep. Jackson Sports Park, Medford.
All right.
That's
So
a fun
then
track,
we
yeah.
had another comment too that said, I first heard of this new series at last weekend's drivers meeting. It sounds amazing. I can't wait to try out some new tracks. So what are the rumors? Tell us what was said, because we weren't there.
Yeah, what tracks are we going to next year,
What
kids?
tracks?
I
What's
think,
we were trying to wait for Donald, but
yeah, I think he was saying it was going to be Prairie City, Shasta, Medford, and Buttonwillow, 4 races over the
so, okay.
season.
okay.
Actually, I'm pretty excited about that. That's like
Yeah.
a real regional.
Mhm.
I like that.
And he's going to do
here's
the point
Garrett.
series.
Medford, Shasta, Buttonwillow, Prairie City. Very
Yeah,
cool.
Colby was saying the way Donald's going to do the points is going to be really cool. I think. How exactly is he doing it? Because it should
Well,
be
heat
really
races are going to count.
Yeah,
Heat races
and
are going to
qualifying.
count for your placement. So it's
yeah, for the points.
yeah, it's going to.
So heat races count towards your championship points as well?
I think so, but I know to get you in the main, I think you're going to get a lot of points. So you can actually get more points by starting in the rear and moving up. It's a little convoluted, but the way he explained it was much better than I can. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be real cool.
I think he was saying it was wherever you qualify, you start each
the
heat
main.
race at that spot, and then depending on whether you move up or down, you gain points, and that determines your starting spot in the main event.
Right.
So in case something happens, your weekend's not ruined just simply because of one heat race.
Yeah.
So, and then I think he's going to do one heat race on Saturday with qualifying and practice, and then the Sunday is going to be warm up heat race in a main, so everyone get on the road early.
Yeah, he said by 2:00 is the goal.
All right, Michael.
People on the road.
I wasn't gonna say it, but Michael Ting said it. So there's
Somewhere
that. Best of qualifying in all heat races, your points line you up as well. All right. Okay. To the weekend at the showdown in Arizona. Sorry, I'm trying to read all the comments too. Okay, so these are the rumors that we've heard. Hopefully we can get Donald back on to confirm or deny. Medford, Shasta, Buttonwillow, Prairie City.
So stay tuned for information on NorCal Sprint Kart Series for 2023. Stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. We're trying to get, hopefully that GoFundMe is kicking off so we can get Donald back. Okay, but we're excited. We are talking about the NorCal Sprint Kart Series that Donald is going to be putting on next year in lieu of KPX.
So what classes are they talking about running?
Oh yeah, tell us in the chat what classes.
I don't think he's specified on exactly what classes. So I think that's currently to be announced. But
I think today at work we kind of talked about that. I think he was saying Junior 1, pilot, just kind of some of the normal 4-stroke classes at Prairie City. I'm not going to say which ones are which because I don't want to get any of them mistaken, but 125 shifter is going to be one of those, I think, too. So I'm super excited for that.
What happened to the old Seth, the one that just ran his mouth?
I think, do we know?
Jason, I'm all grown up, man.
Yeah, this is no fun.
I know. I gotta.
I was expecting Seth to go, they're going to do kid carts with pipes, and they're going to do Briggs with methanol.
I'm all for a fully open 4-stroke class on alcohol and that is the thing. If that becomes a thing, I am so down. I'm in.
I imagine
I'm in.
I'm making assumptions here because I'm not part of the conversation at all. But it's got to be a combination of the popular 4-stroke classes and the popular 2-stroke classes, especially if they're going to go travel.
Yeah.
You got to look at the classes that have the biggest support and I guess go from there.
Yeah.
Okay, we had another question. When will the next race at Prairie City be other than next weekend? So we are actually at the end of the Prairie City All-Star Karting Series. So the next race will probably be the beginning of next season, 2020.
Winter Series. Sorry.
Winter Series.
There's also Winter Series that we were going to hopefully talk about, but Donald is not here.
Is that a real thing?
So
I mean,
I know nothing about it, so that's why I wasn't going to comment on it. But I have heard going to be a Winter Series as well. So hopefully Donald can Jason, maybe you can get him in the chat or in the comments or something.
Yeah.
But yes, so more comments are coming in. Oh, sorry, Hadley. Next season, 2023, the schedule will be posted on Norcal Karters when it is released. Ryan and Kim Mitchell, Donald said 3 2-stroke classes, K junior, K senior, 125 shifter. Again, all hearsay. We're waiting for Donald to confirm or deny.
That's fine. That'll give us some content to go through the winter.
Yes.
Oh, but real quickly, while we're actually talking about races, I know Blue Max is not Prairie City, but I missed Blue Max. December 4th will be their last race of the year. It's a makeup race. So we're talking about clubs wrapping up calendars. Prairie City's wrapping up this coming weekend. Looks like December 4th for Blue Max will be wrapping up.
Okay.
And a potential Winter Series. I have rain tires for sale if anyone's looking.
Okay, so Tim is gonna talk to us about the 2023 plans for Step Up Karting, and then we'll go around. You guys can thank your sponsors. I'm going to try my best to thank the Prairie City workers, staff, team, everyone. So Tim, go ahead, take it away.
Okay, thank you. Basically, what we're going to do in 2023 is besides our regular, we rent carts. We rent the LO26 carts for somebody that wants to try one out. We do all that. We are going to continue doing coaching for folks that have done coaching with us before. We're going to try to map some things out so they have scheduled things for coaching. But one of the most exciting things, and of course, we're going to keep doing our race support. But the most exciting thing for us is that we're going to take our race support on the road. So folks that are now under our tent and want to go to the new series with us, we're going to go to all of the races in the series, and we're going to have full support there. We'll also have transportation for your cart. It's one of the things that we think we can work out. So that's really exciting. We also want to try Spud Cup. That's not for sure yet, but we also want to try to get full support, bring carts to Spud Cup. And if you're not familiar with Spud Cup, it's one of the biggest 206 races in the country. So one of our racers, Jason Maples, was there this season and did very, very well there. So that's kind of the thing we have going on: rentals, coaching, race support, on everything that comes with that. We'll do maintenance on carts and things like that. That'll all continue also. But we're real excited about 2022. We have got some racers under our tent that are gonna just fight for some championships. Derek DiMaggio, I think everyone knows that. It's no secret. So so that's what we're doing in 22 or 23. Sorry.
All right. Thank you, sir. So let's start going around. You guys can thank your sponsors, your team. Before we start, I do want to try my best to thank everyone on behalf of Donald for a great 2022-23 series. Phil Hand. I'm really sorry I don't know the scoring lady's name. Helene
Lisa.
and Lisa.
Yep.
Kelly in registration. Just all of the staff, all the corner workers. Again, I'm not out there enough to know everybody's name. I apologize. But we want to thank you guys for putting on such a great 2022 season. And your hard work is not going unnoticed. You guys get complimented on being one of the best tracks in NorCal. So again, thank you for all of your guys' work this year. So we're gonna start wrapping around, doing final thoughts, shout outs, thanking your sponsors. All right, guys. Here we go, starting with Travis, bringing you up. Here we go. Go ahead.
So first of all, big thanks to Step Up Karting. They've made this sport even more fun than I thought it could be for me. It was just me and my dad, and kind of had a little pop-up tent, and that's how we were racing most of the year. And then Step Up came to us, and we joined their tent. And racing's just been, it's like a very family atmosphere. So the racing's been really fun. We've got hospitality and everything is just, and the coaching as well for me. I didn't even realize how much joy you can get from watching people progress and improve and how happy they are when they do well. Like Jameson this weekend, he finally got some good luck, and he's new to this sport and he's already doing great. And Derek, he's started to really be a front runner, and I mean, all of these drivers, and it's really cool to watch. So really glad to be a part of Step Up. And thank you to Donald for a great track in a year. My family, my dad, my grandpa. There's a lot of other people, but yeah, Norcal Karters for having me and doing this every Monday. So yeah.
Thank you, sir. What would you say to somebody who's trying to get into karting, who wants to come and try out Prairie City?
Yeah, well, there's a whole lot of options you can do. You can start, if you're brand new, you can start in the rental karts with Donald. And then if you feel like this is kind of your sport or something you would want to do, then Step Up. It's exactly what it says. You step up to the 4-stroke class, and they have the karts to rent, the mechanics, everything you would possibly need. All you have to do is just helmet, suit, get out on the track. So the cool thing is you can tell all of your friends that you have always wanted to kind of get in karting or anything like that, and they can actually do it. So yeah, it's just a cool thing of how easy it is to get into the sport with the Step Up kind of team and what they're doing for it. So yeah, I'm going to be telling a lot of people, and hopefully it can keep growing because it's cool.
All right. Thank you, Travis. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. Have a great night, and we'll see you around.
Thanks, Travis.
Thank you, Travis.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Next up, we'll do Colby Romero.
I'd like to thank Step Up Karting, for obviously helping me get through the season, helping me fix anything that gets broken on the kart. A towel course for, helping me in the 2-stroke, and Donald for, helping me set up my kart, or whenever I had an issue, he was right there. He's technically is my boss, since, me and Seth do work for him at Prairie City. So, but he's the best boss anyone can ask for. It's been a pleasure working for him. And, I'm happy when I get to go to work. And so I don't think there's any more, more to ask for than that. So he's been a huge support over this year, last year, since I started karting. So, I mean, he's pretty much him, Step Up Karting, and a towel course. Those are the 3 main things holding everything together right now. So So that's who I got to thank.
All right. And Colby, what would you tell anybody who's considering coming out to Prairie City to race with you guys?
To come out and race, anyone who already has a car, I would say show up. There's always a competitive class, no matter, whether you're junior, senior, masters. You're always going to have to fight for a win, no matter who you are. So, come try your luck and see what you can do.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, Colby. Have a great night, and we'll see you around Prairie City.
See you then. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Colby.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next, Trenten Healie.
I would like to thank my dad and my mom, and I just got a new sponsor kind of yesterday. I'll touch on that, but I'd like to thank Tom for sponsoring us again this year with our engines and engine work, and I really want to thank him for that. And that helps a lot with our race program. A lot of you guys know that money doesn't grow on trees, and we're not necessarily made of money, and we do it on a budget, and we try and hit up as much racing as we can. And Tom really helps us make it to all those races and give us a fighting shot with really good power. And I would like to thank Tyler Agan for helping me on the track and going over data whenever he's at the track, and Bowden Barnwell, Barry Barnwell, the whole Barnwell family for the hospitality whenever we go up to Reading and stay the night. And Tyler Egan made a deal with me yesterday that if I beat Travis, he will buy all my tires, all my race tires for the upcoming KPX series, or not KPX anymore. And I was able to beat Travis and successfully do it cleanly, respectfully. And I really want to thank Tyler for that opportunity and helping us out.
All right. And what would you say to anybody who's considering coming out to Prairie City this year?
I would say Prairie City is a great family atmosphere, and Donald is very helpful, and he's probably a really great guy for NorCal Karting. And I would say it can be really intimidating at first since Prairie City is pretty popular and there's a decent amount of people, but Step Up Karting could help with your needs for really getting into the four-stroke stuff in the series. And Donald could help you get yourself a nice cart and an engine, and yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Trenten. Look forward to seeing you move up to senior next year. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. Tell your mom we said hello and thank you.
Thank you, Trenten.
We'll see you around Prairie City.
See ya.
All right. Next up, we'll do Seth, and then Tim can close us out.
And then there was Seth.
Thanks, Seth. Nice seeing you. Bye.
Okay. First off, I want to thank everyone at Prairie City. My boss, Donald, who's pretty much just another, coworker like us. We don't really think of him like that. He's just kind of always there. We're always, talking, having fun. It's always a fun atmosphere. And big thank you to Donald, my coworkers, Colby and Christian and Drake and Tommy. We couldn't do it without, those guys. They're a big part of it. And everyone that comes out on the race weekends and helps, like Phil Hand, our flagger, and Bill Connor, the grid guy, and Mark and Johnny and Robert. Just thank you to all of them, and Lisa. And Jeff Mangus and Tech, thank you. And then on my side of my racing, I'd also like to thank, Vince and Rainey at Swede Tech are a big help for us. Nick LeDuc at the Karting Collective helping us with always, he's always on the phone with all the SODI setup stuff for us. And Mike Jones, the SODI importer, big help. Jay Braxton at Stilo USA is always helping me with helmet questions and, getting me good stuff. And, just thank you to everyone who's been a part of this year, and hope we can recreate it for next year. And my dad, I'm sorry too. That was, he's one of those that really needs to be thanked, because he's the guy that holds all of my stuff together. When I'm too lazy to work on it and I don't want to clean it or spin a wrench, he's like pushing me or whatever, or he does it. It's just, he's the man. And, my mom and my sisters for always being behind my back with supporting me and helping me enjoy what I love doing. So.
All right.
So we have a comment from Michael Ting. Seth matured this year as an engineer to him.
Yeah, no, it was I worked with Michael all last year for the 4-stroke stuff, and this last weekend him and David Cal came out, and we raced some 4-strokes and we had some fun. It was just like old times. I enjoyed working with them again because it's been a long time. So
he's also been doing really well at the Sonoma stuff. So
they have been, yeah.
The work he's doing is paying off.
Yeah, no, and Gary Carlton's been a big help for them, because they've I look at it from when I worked with them originally and how they've come back. They've changed a lot, and in a good way, and I think that atmosphere has helped quite a bit. So, Gary. Thank you, Gary. He played a huge role in that.
Well, thanks for joining us, Seth.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
We'll see you around Prairie City.
Yeah, I'll see you Thursday, Jason.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'll see you Thursday too, Tim.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Last but not least, we'll do Tim.
Maybe least. Well, our list of people that I want to thank is long and distinguished. First off, Sandro Watkins. He keeps us in line. He does the budgets, all that stuff. The guy works to death. Love him to death. He's just a great guy. Brandon Apodaca, who is our chief mechanic. Brandon is incredible. Brandon's one of those guys where you tell him jump and he says how high. Literally, he never questions anything. He just does what you ask him to do, and he's great at it. We also have a young apprentice named Logan that we're working with now, and hopefully he's going to be just as good as Brandon someday. Sponsor wise, Cal Preserving, they are why we are here. Cal Preserving is out of the Bay Area, and they're just a wonderful, very green company. If you have got wood, and you need it preserved, Cal is the people to call. We're sponsored by Folsom Lake Realty, Mobile Detailing. That's Travis's company, and he does a great job. I've seen his work. Odenthal is one of our sponsors. Burrell is one of our sponsors. Cambrian Karting with this guy named Donald Durbin, I think is his name. We love that guy. He's been so good to us. And Prairie City Karting also. But one guy that I haven't heard his name mentioned all night tonight, who needs a huge thank you from us, is Jerry Apodaca at Unleash Power. Jerry is tireless in his work, and we think the world of Jerry. We trust what Jerry says, and we let him do his thing. So I want to thank all those guys. Obviously, at the top of the list, Bruce and Kasha Watkins again, best people I know. We're really looking forward to next year. We want to thank you guys for having us. I try to watch every week, and you guys put on a really good show. And I'm glad you're covering Prairie City. Yay, we get to talk 4-stroke a little bit. So
we're looking for sponsors for next year.
I'm sorry, I have a bad connection. So
that's usually how it works.
We'll talk about it. So anyway, that's really, we're just so grateful for the position we find ourselves in. So there you go.
All
Cool.
right.
Well, Tim, thank you for joining us
Tim.
this evening.
Oh, thank you. It's been my pleasure.
All right. We'll see you around Prairie City.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. So quickly all right, upcoming show lineup. We're going to have post Rock Vegas and post Supernats. Again, if I shouted you out earlier, you're probably going to get an invite. Of course, our official Norcal Karters driver, Steven Eisart, will be with us. Hunter Pickett, we're looking for you. Kevin Woods, we're looking for you. Preston Lambert, we're waiting to hear from you. And Neil Joseph as well. If you want to come on my show to talk about karting, let's do it. Peace, NorCal.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. That was the Prairie City. Pretty much, it was kind of a recap, again, for 2022, but they have one more race coming up this weekend. So they will wrap up their 2-stroke season this weekend. More information, you go to pckarting.com. And again, I said at the beginning of the show, if you're wondering why some clubs get more attention than others, blatantly, they sent us a check. You could buy T-shirts to help support the cause. The money that's left over from year to year, we put into the budget to try to cover more races. So all of you are racers. You all spend money, so you all understand the travel costs and everything else. At the beginning of the year, we really pushed. This is my cheesy graphic. Ashley's going to kill me after this. But YouTube, our goal is 1,000 subscribers. So even if you can't donate or don't want to donate,
he
hit
said
like.
that he would shave his head.
Oh, yeah.
He said that he would shave his head if he got 1,000 subscribers. So everybody share this now, because Steven Eisart is going to shave his head. 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Let's make it happen. All right, I'm
1,000
out.
subscribers on YouTube. That's our intermediate goal. And again, next year we have all the clubs. If you want to help sponsor the site or the calendar, or even have your own live stream show, reach out to us. We have a number of packages available. And again, if you sponsor us directly, then the clubs don't have to pay for it. You can sponsor a club of your choice. They get the promotion. And they get more attention, more racers of the track. And with that being said, if we all get one person in the karting, we'll double by next year.